Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fernando Olvas, and at this time, I'll talk to you about the time Jimi Hendrix killed God. Yeah, just like you heard. Anyway, here's the story behind this famous phrase all around the world. Around 1965-1966, Great Britain was the main center of the world about the arts, about the development of arts. You know, it was the main attraction about fashion, movie filming, and music industry. Talking about music, there were a lot of groups back then who got recognition all around the country and then all around the world. There was the Beatles, there was the Rolling Stones, there was the Animals, and there was this band who was supposed to be known as the greatest of all of them. It was the Cream. It was formed by Eddie Clapton on guitar, Jack Bruce on bass, and Ginger Baker on the drums. They were the main of all of them, the main attraction to every single person. And here's the story, here's the deal. Back in America, there was this guy from Seattle who went to New York to be famous, to become a man in the industry. That man was Jimi Hendrix, who was playing at the Cafe Wa at that time and was seen by Chas Chamber, who was known as the bassist of the Animals, and by that time that group had disbanded. So he, as an interest, was trying to become a manager. So flew to America to discover new talent to take it to London, and that was when he found Hendrix playing. And what was more particular about this guy was he was playing backwards the guitar. I mean, he was left-handed. He played this wide, not this wide, and that called the attention of him. Certainly, he was impressed by the ability of that man, and he said, "Okay, let's go to London. I would like to offer you a contract if you sign with me." He said, "All right, I'll go to London under one condition, that you let me jam with the Cream and with Eddie Clapton." He thought, okay, I know Clapton for a couple of years now. I think I can fix that. So he accepted, and about a week later, Hendrix flew to London. It has to be said that he arrived in the best time possible in history. The music and the fashion was on top of it, and it was not gonna be difficult for him to blend in that society. So he arrived in London, and 7 days later, Cream was having a concert in I don't remember the club, but they were having this concert, and Hendrix comes in, and then he looks at Chas, his new manager, and says, "I'm gonna jam with him. You're gonna have to fulfill your word." And he says, "All right, I'll talk about him." So he goes backstage, talks with the Cream, and says, "Okay, I have this new kid in town. I'd like to sign him, but he had a condition that he has to play with you." They were reluctant at first, but they say, "Okay, let's give him a try. Let's see what he got." So Hendrix was informed, and he got into stage and says, "All right, I'm gonna make this. It's a real honor that stuff." And goes and plugs his guitar in the amplifier, and everybody takes a look about that one, because at that time no one could ever jam with Cream. Cream was like the Olympus of music in that area. No one could come out and say, "Okay, I want to play with them." Anyway, he plugs his guitar, and he starts asking, "Do you know Killing Floor? Do you know this kind of blues?" I mean, they did know the songs, but they were very difficult to play, especially for Clapton. He always knew American blues, but he didn't play it because it was too hard for him. And let's remember that at that time, Eric was known as the god of guitar. I mean, he was known as the greatest player around the world. And because of that guy coming out of the stage and challenging him and saying, "Okay, I'm gonna play this," but he didn't know how to, he started getting a little bit mad. But he says, "Okay, maybe I'm overreacting. I mean, let's see what this kid got." So it goes. Hendrix plays the guitar once again. He checks the tune, and he starts playing "Killing Floor," which was a really hard guitar track to play. I'm not a professional. I'm a guitar player, and I know that song, and it's really hard to play it. So this kid goes and starts playing bam 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 bam, like it was nothing. I mean, he starts playing his guitar in the back of his head. He starts playing with his teeth under his legs. I mean, and everybody was astonished. No one could ever believe about it. And Eric was started to get pissed, really pissed. His hands started shaking, and then he dropped them off and got out of the stage. So Chaz, the manager in the audience, says, "Oh man, I knew it was gonna happen." So he goes backstage once again and asks Eric, "Are you okay?" And Eric says, trying to light a cigarette, he says, "Oh man, is he that good? Is he really that good?" And from that point on, it has been said that in a London club, an unknown guy at that point, not only challenged God in guitar, he smashed it, he killed it, he totally annihilated it.